This was the scene over in Port St. Lucie. Take a look. Storms causing some major flooding. Several inches of rain hitting this area left cars submerged, residents stranded. Even a school bus had been loaded with kids at the time, had to be rescued. The bus driver and the students were told they were offloaded to another bus. Everybody was okay. Our Treasure Coast reporter Dylan Huberman, he's been out talking to residents there as they are still reeling from the flooding. He joins us with that story tonight.
I spoke to a woman who had to trudge through water that she couldn't see the bottom of yesterday evening because there was no other way to pick up her son from school. Luckily, she had some help crossing California Boulevard, which was essentially a river at the time. But she said she shouldn't have had to do it at all, and I took her concerns here to City Hall.
I've lived in Florida my entire life. I'm from Stuart, and I'm a new resident to Port St. Lucie, but I've never seen flooding in a community like that before.
California Boulevard underwater Thursday afternoon. Brandy Adams had to cross the busy road to get her son from Oak Hammock K-8. Fortunately, she says some brave young boys helped her cross the deep waters.
Awesome young gentlemen. Like, they took my son's bike, they took his backpack, took his helmet. They walked it all across the water, through the water with him. It was above my knees, almost to my thigh. That was kind of high. While law enforcement strongly recommends against walking or driving through flooded roadways, this mom says she had no choice, and now she has some questions for the city. Why is this happening? What's not being done to prevent this from happening again? I took that question to the city, and they said the drainage actually functioned properly given the heavy rainfall.
Even though we had a lot of water that hit us in a very short amount of time, in some places it was gone within an hour. And by this morning, most of the rain had been, the standing water had dissipated. And so it really shows that while there were some short-term challenges, it did handle the storm fairly well. The intersection of California and Savona Boulevards was one of several areas that flooded Thursday. Scott Sample says the city can only analyze how that happened now that it has happened. That's something we'll have to look at, but I think it's, again, we're trying to take every time something happens like this, then we'll look at to see what needs to be done, what can be done. I think we'd be in big trouble with that not even being a hurricane. I can't imagine if a hurricane came. I'm concerned for that whole area. Adams said she wore sandals to work today in case she had to trudge through more water to get her son this evening, though Mother Nature has been a bit more accommodating today, so she won't have to worry about that. In Port St. Lucie and Huberman, CBS 12 News.
I'm Jim Grimes. Click like and subscribe buttons if you want to see more stories like this that impact you.